She don't feel, cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you tryna do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need Jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the New York Jets and the Los Angeles Rams.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
14.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and
former Super Bowl hero, it's James White. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage?
Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. That's the rookie from LSU, Grant Delpit. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, LA. Will Fuller with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Rams 7, Jets 0. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On third down, Ryan. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first two drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Watson on first down. Looking for the end zone. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's second down.
I think we can all understand with ball and field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that...
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. Damn, Kane, you done killed Abel. Unbalanced land, trying to keep the people stable. The way I feel, I might it all up. The way you feel, you might do it for the bug. All black, born to be a rebel. After this, I might go and water down the devil. Listen to everything around me, I can't see. You picked a dozen roses and left them in Galilee rolling thunder. Don't hear my cry, don't let alibis pass you. I finally starting to realize, never give up and coincide. I can't watch TV, it's all a lot. Tired of trying, go ahead and fly. Everybody want a straight answer, but media keep us blind. A good heart is not hard to find. Why the people try to define infrastructure right? I don't got time, infrastructure right? I don't got time. I could it's all to we're talking about you, about to protecting the sons and daughters from political manslaughter. Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. Never play by the rules, guess I'm paying my dues. They gon' try to intrude, poison the multitude. They be quick to accuse, when you got different views. Just know you gon' pay the price, based off the item you choose. Many ties in the culture, hit you with them K-Ultra. I knew you was a vulture, Holy Ghost get the ushers. No, I can't trust you. Shock you, then now you fluster. Crashing down, I was cluttered. Doing it so subtle, falling out through the rubble. Remember this a jungle, the top always gonna get something. The middle gotta stay hunting. Why the rush left for nothing? 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 Agitated illusion, only built for confusion. The institution, modern day execution. Think I knew the solution, maybe now should I do it? Just put it in the music, just put it in the music. Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. You'll burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it all that you desire. No city was not ever be the same. You burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it all that you desire.
I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay. Yeah. Then I hit that. Okay. Yeah. Then I hit that. Cause I ain't like it. Okay. Yeah. Then I hit that. Okay. Yeah. Then I hit that. Yeah. Stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing. Ooh, only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Ooh, only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay. Yeah. Then I hit that. Okay. Yeah. Then I hit that. Cause I ain't like it. Okay. Yeah. Then I hit that.
Responsible without your money or not. Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hell in the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan. Dare you to cross like a reverend in my energy paralyzed. I'm like I'm finger 11. Take a second, I'm finna send it like I'm bearing a message to the best. If it ain't me, then you need you a confession. You a mess. You ain't scary to me. Heard you was a leader, but that ain't apparent to me. Put dust on you like cheetah, run up down, I'm airing the scene. Not just like Vegeta Prince, and I'm an heir to the seat. I mean, for real. Touch the driver's soft, so I don't even grab the wheel. That's on my chest, but it don't mean the man is stealing. Man, I'm walking with some money, man. I mean a couple mil. Ew, think you need a man.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the New York Jets and the Los Angeles Rams.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. Fielded in the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. throwing now. Ryan on first down. Down and open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. The big play to start them out has them at the 45 already. Here's Ryan. They set up the screen for Freeman. And he is going to lose yardage here. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Troy Hill picks it. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is caught. He's got a touchdown. Will Fuller with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Rams are going to take a first quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead.
It's the score, Rams 7, Jets 0. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Around 22-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Ryan. Forces with a catch over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First down, New York.
The first carry for the tailback, Devontae Freeman. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Ryan. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Parker. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Touchdown.
Devontae Parker, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
Robbie Gould set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
This is caught inside the 15. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one. 62 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. So 3 plays already 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Rams have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way, because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Ryan. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. That's the rookie from LSU, Grant Delpit. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. He has just been alone for opposing offenses to account for now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number, because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Avery Williamson there to make the stop. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
34-yard line.
Watson. This will be caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll run with Dobbins. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a loss of 1.
One more time with Dobbins. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Dobbins.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it from the pit. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
After the interception, here's Ryan. They'll get this into the hands of Deon Cain. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
On 2nd down and 4, Ryan. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 25 yards that time. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the counter, Devontae Freeman. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll look to run with Freeman. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
On 3rd and goal, Ryan. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Taken in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Here's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown! Will Fuller. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Is good. Makes the score Rams 21, Jets 10. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. And down he goes under pressure from the Rams defense. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
Incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. Yet again, Ryan is intercepted. The rookie Jeff Gladney picks it. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. After the interception, here's Watson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 15. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
of his head, he ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
That's complete to his receiver, Kane. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Freeman. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 yards there, first down.
On the play.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Freeman. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Devontae Freeman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game.
Rams 21, Jets 17. Robbie Gould set to kick off.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. This will make it into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run.
And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And he will go down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again is Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 3rd time today. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Parker.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Parker. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Brandon, 4th and 1 on their own side of the 50, and they decide to go for it. As a former defender, I take that personally. I can't believe they let them pick that up. They should have swarmed the line of scrimmage and stuffed that one.
Not surprised, though, because they told us about the supreme confidence they had in the O-line, and they were able to get that yard. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Flush to his right. And that is incomplete here.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
On first down, it's Watson. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 7 on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Rams offense cashes in for 6. Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception. And now here is another interception. It's the rookie linebacker, Patrick Queen. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Will Fuller was the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And not only did and he dropped it in the end zone. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete as well.
And on the keeper. Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Sets up fourth down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. To the air yet again, Watson. He's going to let this go. Back in the end zone. And that is going to be incomplete. It looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on fourth.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Brandon Williams. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Dobbins, his 21st touchdown of the season. And thanks to the interception, the Rams offense cashes in for 6. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Rams 35, Jets 17. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Ryan. And now here's another interception. Picked by Brandon Williams. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And he returns it out just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
He was covered by Patrick.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Chase Young has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And my goodness, another interception. Zach Cunningham with a pick. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Stop short of the goal line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Ingram again. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Tucker to add the PAT.
Extra point.
And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Good. Makes the score Rams 42, Jets 17. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Ryan now off the bootleg. And it's intercepted at the goal line. The rookie Jeff Gladney picks it. And he will score. Touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what are you doing when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded in the end zone. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Incomplete.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Play action. It's Ryan. And throw right side complete to Parker. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Jets on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And this is incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position.
Turnover on downs.
Watson on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Oh, the ball is in. Watson lost it. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation. They keep the football. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. From the gun, here's Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. And there's another interception. Picked off near the 42. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Well, we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that when he's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
He goes underneath to Freeman. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And it is incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position.
Turnover on downs.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends. And down he goes on the pressure for the Rams defense. And there's Vic Beasley. Always tough to block as he gets in to bring him down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 36 yards on the play. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
At their own 44-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now, Watson. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. It's a shotgun snap for Watson. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you just...
Oh, the intercepted. Get there and pick it.
As most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game? Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Zach Cunningham picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Deion Kane, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down. They go play action now. Ryan. And he comes back with one complete. And one of the whistles for a timeout.
Number 87.
So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now look at this. 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. And they'll find Deion Kane complete. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. One last shot for Ryan. And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
Today's final score, Rams 62.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for L.A., the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with a win. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, then I hit that. Okay, yeah, then I hit that. Cause I ain't like it, okay, yeah, then I hit that. Okay, yeah, then I hit that. Yeah, stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah. Then I hit that. Okay, yeah, yeah. Then I hit that. Cause I ain't liking nothing. Yeah, yeah. Then I hit that.
You should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months saying I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you trying to do?